Okay, so in this video we are going to find out what is inside this can. And there's a bunch of different ways we can use to find out what's inside this can. We're going to look through all of them, and this video is going to show you exactly how you can prove that a God exists. So we are going to find out what's inside this can. There are ways that we should use to find out what's inside this can, and there are other ways that we should not use to find out what is inside this can. For example, some of the ways we should not use to find out what is inside this can is as follows. I read a magazine and it has a picture of an opened can and inside it were gummy bears. Therefore, the can must be full of gummy bears. That is not a proper way of finding out what's inside the freaking can. I don't know. Let's take a look at this can real quick. It has a question mark on it that I drew. There's nothing on the top. There's nothing all around the sides on it. There's nothing on the bottom. I can shake it and feel that feels like there's something sort of liquidy inside it. That's all I can do. I don't know what's inside this can. Well, I'm going to freaking find out what's inside it. But this is not how we find out what's inside the can. I talk to stuff inside this can before I go to bed every night, so therefore it must be full of baked beans. Is that a proper way of finding out what's inside the can? No, it's freaking not. Here's another try. I had a dream in which I opened the can and I found spinach inside. Therefore, spinach must be inside the can. Is that a scientific way of finding out what's inside this thing? Is that really a good explanation for your process, your scientific process? The can had to be built by someone or something for some freaking purpose. Therefore, it must be full of strawberries. Why the fuck would it be full of strawberries? I don't understand. How is that a logical way to find out what's inside this can? I mean, why would you put strawberries inside a can? I do not understand. Please explain this to me. Every sealed can we know of has something inside it. So therefore, cucumbers must be inside the can. Obviously. Thank you. I went to the store yesterday and the tomato sauce was on sale. And then when I exited the store, someone just randomly gave me free tomato sauce because they accidentally stole it. Therefore, this can has to be full of tomato sauce. It's a sign. So that was obviously about miracles, how people use miracles to justify their belief in God. That is not a logical explanation. That is not a logical way to find out what's inside this can. It's not. I'm sorry. Dreams can't, freaking miracles don't mean that there's freaking broccoli inside this can. I'm sorry. That's not how we find out what's inside the can. Here's another try. All the people around me think the can is full of worms. Therefore, it must be full of worms because everyone around me thinks that it's freaking full of worms. Wrong. I think, therefore, I know the can must be full of Rice Krispies. Is that honestly the best thing you can come up with? I think, therefore, I know what's inside the can? No. So let's talk to these eggs here. Let's see what these eggs think. All of these eggs all lined up around the can, they all have their own idea of what's inside the can. So let's talk to the first guy here. Let's see what he has to say. The can is full of chicken broth. This guy definitely knows what he's talking about. There is chicken broth inside this can for sure. Let's talk to this guy. What does he think's inside the can? Blue guy. The can is full of pie filling. At least that's a logical approach. I mean, you can kind of feels like there might be pie filling inside of it. You don't really know, but at least it's a logical approach. And it kind of feels like that, so I'll put him on top. He's on top of the world right now because he actually has a logical approach. Of course, he doesn't actually know it's pie fillings, but he's better than some people. The can is full of unicorns. Okay, this guy gets the front seat for being the king of stupidity. Okay, you're in the front seat because you think the freaking can is full of unicorns. Let's go to this guy, see what he has to say. Oops, I just broke him. Oh well. The can is full of chicken soup. Let's see what this guy has to say. The can is full of spaghetti. When would you ever find spaghetti inside a freaking can like this? Have you ever seen spaghetti inside a can? Who puts spaghetti inside a can? That's not how we do freaking spaghetti. Let's talk to the next guy. See what this freaking idiot has to say. The can is full of candy. How could you possibly know this can is full of candy? Did you look inside the can? Did you have an x-ray that told you exactly what's inside the can? No, you didn't. You don't know anything about what's inside this can. You cannot tell me that it's full of candy. Why? Because you haven't seen inside of it. You haven't looked at x-rays. You haven't used science. You don't freaking know, okay? But I'll put you on top again, because I'll just put you on top, okay? Let's talk to this guy. What does he think? Oh, he's already broken. This is already going poorly. The can is full of acorns. You are the king of stupidity now. This guy, you thought he was full of acorns. No, this guy thought it was unicorns. This guy thinks it's full of acorns. Okay. This guy is unicorns. This guy's acorns. These two people should get married. These two eggs should get married. They're equally stupid. They're in the front. Okay, let's talk to this goofy guy. He's got freaking goofy eyes. Let's talk to him. The can is full of moon pies. Obviously. Because you know so much about this can, he can tell me for a fact that this can is full of moon pies. Why? Because you talk to moon pies in your sleep. Because you have faith that it is full of moon pies. Is that a good way to find out what's inside the can? No, it's not. So therefore, you do not know that the can is full of moon pies. You idiot. Okay, let's talk to this egg. Let's see what he has to say. The can is full of muffin mix. Why would it be full of muffin mix? Explain to me. How do you know? Did you see inside the can? No, you did not. Did you see the universe get created? No, you did not. Have you ever met God? No, you haven't. You've only talked to him in your sleep because he's a freaking imaginary friend and Jesus is not real because you've never seen him. He may have been a real person. I don't know. He may have been a real person. I don't doubt that, actually. But he is not inside your heart. He's an imaginary friend. And if he's still alive today, we would not have to prove that he exists. You do not know what is inside that can because you haven't seen inside of it. You have to prove what's inside of it by opening it up or using x-rays or something to figure out what's actually inside the can. It is not full of muffin mix. Let's talk to this guy. Look at his smile. Do you honestly think that something good is going to come out of this one? Okay, the can is full of almonds. Why would it be full of almonds? I don't understand. Shake it. Does that sound like almonds to you? At least be logical. I mean, come on. I mean, look at this guy's smile, though. Obviously, this isn't going to be very smart, but the can is full of almonds? Why? Because you have faith? Because you read a book that told you so? Really? Is that a good way to find out what's inside it? No. Let's talk to this guy. He's broken already. Okay. The can is full of pasta. So you think that the can is full of pasta, huh? Why do you think it's full of pasta? Is it because your mommy and daddy told you it's full of pasta? Do they know that it's full of pasta? No, they don't. So you could be right. I don't know. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I don't know what's inside it, and you don't know what's inside it either. So let's talk to this guy. Get these freaking clowns out of the way. Let's put you over here because you're special. Okay, this guy. Let's see what this guy has to say. Oh, this guy. Okay. He might actually have reasons for what he believes. Wow. This looks very long. Okay. Let's read this. I don't know what's inside the can? He doesn't know what's inside the can. Let's look at this guy real quick. He doesn't know what's inside the can. Try to get him to stand up. I'm going to try to get this guy to freaking stand up. You are going to stand up on top of the can because you were the best out of all these clowns. I don't know what's inside the can, but I'm going to find out. I don't know what caused the universe, but I'm going to find out. I don't know why mathematical laws always work, but I'm going to find out. I don't know exactly how such complex life can come from non-living matter. I don't know. But I'm not going to pretend like I know that I do. I'm not going to say I know what's inside the can because I dreamed about it. I'm not going to say I know what's inside the can because something weird happened at the store. I'm not going to say magic's inside the can, and I'm not going to use magic to justify my answer. I'm not going to say I know what's inside the can because I have an imaginary friend. Why not? I'm not going to say I know what's inside the can because everyone else thinks they do. I'm not going to say I know God exists because that's what some book told me. I'm going to open the can and find out what's inside it, and I'm not going to rely on bullshit philosophical nonsense. can's full of spaghetti, guys. Or no, it's ravioli. It's ravioli, guys. Everybody was wrong. At least it wasn't nothing inside the can. I want you to show me, Christians, that your God exists. I don't... All you guys have is philosophical arguments. That's all you have. You have some historical evidence that there was a Jesus and that he was crucified and was buried. But you don't have real evidence that he was God. You don't have evidence that God exists other than your philosophical nonsense. That's all you have. If God is real, show yourself! Don't just try to prove he exists. Until you do that, until he shows himself, I don't want to be a part of I do not want to be a part of a community that tells people, that tells little kids that they're so evil and horribly corrupt from the day they are born, that they deserve, not just will, but deserve to be tortured forever because they're born under the curse of sin. I don't want to be a part of a community that teaches little kids that. I don't want to be a part of a community that is based off of a book that freaking condones genocide, that's based off of a book of a God who freaking commits genocide and murders people because they don't believe in him. I don't want to be a part of a God. I don't want to love, serve, or obey a God who will torture me because I don't like him, or because I don't want to serve him. I don't want to be that guy anymore, okay? I still go to church every once in a while, but I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore. I can't justify God freaking murdering 42 innocent children because they made fun of a bald dude. I can't do that anymore, guys. I can't justify that. I can't make up excuses for that guy anymore. I'm done with it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's okay. I used to do it, but I can't do this anymore. I can't tell you that it's okay that God told me it's okay if you beat your slave to the point where he's almost about to die, but he doesn't die. And if he doesn't die, if you beat him so hard, but he's on the brink of life and death, but if he doesn't die, then you're perfectly okay because he's a slave and you own him. I'm not going to tell you that the person who condoned that is good. I'm not going to do it anymore, okay? Because it's freaking wrong. I'm not going to do that anymore, guys. It's wrong. Can you not see that? Just open your eyes and just... If you're God, if you have to prove that your God is good because his actions aren't good, if the only thing that tells you he's good are words that say he's good, then you're worshiping the wrong person. I don't really think you should worship anyone, but you certainly shouldn't worship that guy. I mean, good people aren't good because we say they're good. They're good because they do good things. Murdering an entire freaking planet full of people with a flood, that's not good. There's nothing good about that. That's Thanos. That's what Thanos does. He's the enemy. He's the bad guy. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be on the team that says, no, we're not going to kill people. We're going to... Sometimes it is necessary to do seemingly bad things for the better good. I mean, there are difficult situations out there, but I'm not going to stand behind somebody who freaking murders an entire freaking planet, almost, because they're evil, because they don't like him anymore, because they turn from him. I'm not going to freaking do that!